Now, if you're watching TV as I film this and you're watching Itzulia, I'm guessing if you're eagle eye, you might have noticed a little bit of new tech, especially from Demi Vollgren, who is currently off the front, and I'm guessing any minute now going to win the race, or at least the stage, and probably take the yellow jersey with it as well. Because she is using the new SRAM Red AXS group set by the looks of things, as are a few of her teammates and the whole of the Canyon-SRAM team. I've had a wander around the pits this morning and, well, was very surprised to see it on the bikes of the Canyon-SRAM team and the SD Worx team. SRAM have been keeping this very close to their chest. It's been under wraps. There's been a few spy shots, but not many. I did get a good look at it this morning. I didn't get shooed away too severely by the Canyon-SRAM lot. So I'm guessing they're happy to have this out in the public at last. I'm guessing SRAM are using this opportunity, this race, as a little bit of a showcase for what we can expect. I'm guessing any time now within the next couple of weeks. So let's delve in to what I've noticed, what I've seen and what we can expect. Let's start with those levers because they are massively different to the previous generation. The lever blade looks a lot longer and a lot more sculpted. The pivot point looks like it's probably changed as well, but it's hard to say because the whole lever's changed in shape from the hood right down to the blade. The shifter button does look a little bit bigger, I'm gonna say, over the current generation. And while we're talking about buttons, there is two little buttons on the top of the hoods. Two new buttons that I'm guessing you're going to be able to program to, I don't know, change screens on your Garmin, or I'm guessing Hammerhead, because SRAM of course own Hammerhead. You'll probably be able to program them for shifting, or I don't know, maybe even clicking about on your screen when you're playing on Zwift. The lever hood shape is completely different as well, which is really interesting because only last year they released the Force, and then I suppose sort of 6 months prior to that the Rival group sets with a new lever hood shape. So it's interesting to see that they've not carried that over. The old lump at the front seems a lot smaller as well. And I'm guessing the race is going to finish because the helicopter's overhead. So let's try and get through this a little bit quicker. Right, next up, the Chainset. Not massively different at all to the current generation, apart from those chain rings, which again are one piece, just like the Force group set. The styling of it is again different. Don't know if that's going to change how stiff it is, because the old one was pretty damn stiff, and so's the Force one. I personally think it's going to be difficult to improve on what was already available. The power meter on it is all inbuilt, a lot slicker than the current generation, or at least I think it looks a lot slicker. We'll see if they do offer a one bike. I'm guessing they're going to, especially with the way people use high-end group sets on gravel bikes now. And if that is the case, we'll see if they integrate the power meter into the axle like they have with a Force group set. Oh, and while we're talking about the cranks, look at the pedals on the Canyon-SRAM team. Got to say, those times are very trick looking. Team edition. I don't know if they're the new super light version, but I'm guessing they are. And if you don't know, Time are now owned by SRAM, or at least the pedal side of the business. The frame side of the business is still owned by somebody else. Okay, back to the group set. That rear mech now, hugely different to the current generation. Definitely take some design cues from the mountain bike side of stuff. We've got the two-tone black and silver there. Of course, the upper is all alloy with the lower arm made out of carbon. The jockey wheels, or at least the lower one, looks larger, a little bit more oversized than the current generation, and we've got a little bit of cutout in there as well to lighten it. There's more cutouts to come, so stay tuned. The battery on the rear looks exactly like the current model. No major change there. It'll be interesting to see if they have increased the capacity of it though, so there's more time between charging. That chain is also new. They've updated that. Still got the flat top on there, but we have again got cutaways just like the jockey wheels, making things a lot lighter. or at least shaving a few grams. Cassette, I didn't get a great look at, and it's difficult to see if there's anything changed there. Usually it's impossible to tell by the naked eye because it's always the pitch and the angles of the way it dangles in it for the shifting. Usually it's them sort of things that they improve. That's, well, micromillimeters in change. I'm guessing, they're going to say something about it being a slightly different pitch and quicker shifting. Who doesn't when they release a new group set? Front mech looks like it's a bit of a carryover really. There's no major change there that I can see. Again, same battery as previously, interchangeable with the rear. And last but not least, the calipers. These are a complete change and look absolutely gorgeous, or at least I think they do. Very slick, and those huge cutaways on them, I'm guessing are designed to allow them to breathe, shall we say, allow them to get a lot more airflow in there so it cools down the caliper, cools down the disc brake under heavy braking. Or at least that's me guess. Disc rotors, no change there from what I can see. All in all though, it's looking exciting, isn't it? I'm really liking the new lever hood shape. Whether it's more comfortable than the previous generation or even the Force, which I currently have on a test bike and really, really like, is going to be something that, well, I'll only find out if I ever get my hands on it. But in some places on the group set it's a major change, in others there doesn't look to be massive amounts of changing. What do you think though? Let me know in the comments below if you're watching on YouTube, or shoot us a message via the socials if you're watching this on the site. What have I missed? Because I'm sure I've missed some things. I get a little bit excited at these sort of races and dashing about trying to get all the tech, because there's a lot more tech to come from this race. I do often miss the odd little trick, little detail. So yeah, let us know if I've missed anything there as well. But there we have it, the new SRAM Red AXS group set. Few spy shots. Will I get in trouble from SRAM? Will I get a moany email saying, Dave, you can't put that out? But I'm guessing not, because they wouldn't have had it on the big superstars at the race here over the past couple of days if they didn't want us to know it's coming. So yes, stay tuned to your usual channels, because this thing's definitely got to be coming out, I don't know, anytime soon, week, 2 weeks, a month, we will find out. I'm also going to keep a close eye on the Giro to see if the little Trek team are using it and the Bora team, because if they are, it means we've got good news coming, doesn't it? Or at least good news for the industry or your bike shop, and not so much good news for your pocket or your wallet. Right, that is it from me. As always, thank you for watching and enjoy your riding.